Hi everyone. I've got a very interesting email that was sent in to me, and it is about this wonderful person taking on a Ho'oponopono challenge and what happened after day 10 and 11. So I'm going to read this to you in their own words, okay? I just wanted to share with you that I started a 21-day Ho'oponopono challenge. You mentioned it often in your videos, and I was inspired to take this on. Today is day 10 or 11. Since then, I have had heightened intuitive hits and manifestations. All of this transpired over the past 11 days. I sell real estate in New York City. A woman I sold an apartment to 3 years ago hired me to sell her apartment and represent her in purchasing the next apartment. A buyer who went MIA, for those of you that don't know what that means, missing in action, on me 3 years ago resurfaced asking me to represent her in buying an apartment. The day before she contacted me, I thought that I saw her and also recalled a conversation with her boyfriend. Believe in your SP resurfacing. My sorority sister referred me to a rental client with a large budget. I happened to walk past a huge man walking a small dog. I immediately heard a voice in my head saying the word biscuit. I stopped the man to ask the name of the dog. It was Biscuit. This past Saturday, I watched a YouTube video on extraordinary looking black people. This one man who was featured stood out because he had reddish undertones and freckles all over his face. The commentator noted that this man modeled for Kanye West and other notable brands. 2 days later, I was minding my business, walking my dog in my bed Stewie, Brooklyn neighborhood. I hope I've said that correctly. I see a couple walking towards me and I notice this densely freckled face of the reddish toned black man. I yanked my earbuds out and stopped him to ask if he was a model. He responded, yes, it was him. I told him that I had just watched a video about him and he asked what video I was referring to. I described the video and before leaving he declared, talk about manifesting. During my bout of insomnia last night, I thought about Lenny Kravitz and his daughter Zoe. I immediately thought he probably really likes Zoe's fiancé, Channing Tatum, and thinks he is a very great guy. After I woke up, I saw a video of Lenny Kravitz on the Sherri Shepherd show talking about how Channing Tatum is a deeply soulful guy and he has a great relationship with him. Today, during my morning Ho'oponopono meditation, I focused on money and recited, Dear money, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now, I chose to do that because I knew I would be getting hit up financially on bills due today. I did not sweat it, but chose to persist in faith. This evening, I checked my bank account. To my chagrin, it was significantly higher than I expected. My broker distributes profit shares, and I received $1,115. Last but definitely not least, I saw my specific person last week, randomly bumping into him. We weren't on speaking terms before I started this challenge. Our dogs greeted each other, and then we slowly started to talk. The ice has melted from around our hearts. That was indeed movement. Thank you, Jamela. That was beautiful. And yes, I do love Ho'oponopono. I think it is a great way to dissolve parts of you to change the outside. And here is a great example of that. I am going to put down below in the description the Ho'oponopono meditations playlist. I will also put down the Ho'oponopono playlist. And in that playlist, there are stories like this one, as well as I'm reading out of a little Ho'oponopono book by Ulrich E. Dupree, and there is one video per chapter, and at the end of each chapter there is a little exercise for you to do. So if you are having trouble with someone or something, like money in this particular story, let's see if you can become more diligent with Ho'oponopono, sweep your side of the street, Clear your stuff mentally, emotionally, and then the outside resets itself. So, lots of love. I'm going to go and have some apple crumble that my mum just made. See you in the next YouTube.